All right, we are back. Hunter Proof Whitetails. Mark and Jacob stopped by down here. I'm going to make sure we're sounding good on all the places that we're streaming to on Facebook, YouTube, and if you're listening to this after the fact, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any of that, we sound good on the audio. So, thanks guys for stopping by, and congratulations again, man, on a heck of a buck.
Thank you.
So you were saying that he wasn't even the only good one out in the field that night. You had to almost pick, but he made the decision easy for you. Yeah. So why don't you tell folks about how the hunt unfolded and how the hunt went for you guys?
We went out, and that night he was out there during youth weekend with another big buck out on our neighbor's field, which my dad got permission for. And I got on him, and I dropped him in his tracks.
Dumped him.
Yeah, you guys got the video and everything. You showed that to us.
Were you guys in like a blind? Were you on the ground? Were you?
No, literally just on the ground.
On the ground with shooting sticks.
Yep. Set of a bog, death grips. They held the rifle nice and steady, and had set up between our field and the neighbor's field just to see which way they were going to come through, and they happened to be on their side, and moved out of the way when he set up the first time. He was ready to shoot, and as the video I showed you, and he walked. So we had to move up the hedgerow, get another clear shot, hoping they were still in the field. And he still happened to be there. So
made the decision easy for you. And he was really dark rack. I don't know if you guys could see it on the video, but it's a really nice dark chocolate. He's got a really cool, I don't know, kind of like a outlet plug on the end of his beam there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know if
something goofy happened in velvet, or
that's what I'm thinking. I think he got a velvet injury, and he's got that nice other kicker there between his 3 and his G4. And I don't know. We were going to say if Andy's tuning on, he'll probably tell me how to score this. I'm going to measure it to the inside of the outlet prong for the beam, and then the outside one will be the abnormal, and then obviously the other kicker will be an abnormal. But I'm going to measure that as the beam length, I think, is the way it's holding truest. The other one kind of comes off sideways. But
a lot of people like those bog sticks. I seen on what was that, Amazon Prime Day? They were on sale for like $180.
Yeah, I did. I just bought it this year. That's the first time we've used it, actually.
Got that nice vise on it.
Yeah, I bought it to coyote hunt with and set up the thermal, but it worked perfect for this. So.
Yeah. I like the trigger sticks. I got a bipod trigger stick. Is it Primo's?
Mm-hmm.
It makes the trigger stick. I like them. I do a lot of my gun hunting from the ground too. I just kind of find a hedgerow.
It was nice and light. And,
150 yards away and set up.
Yeah, we set up the height ahead of time, so once it locked, it was right where he needed to be, just in case we had to get on something quick. But we had plenty of time. I mean, he was about 190 yards when he shot. So
it looked like it was.
Yeah, it was a little poke.
Yeah, it's out there. So what caliber did you shoot him with?
7mm run mag.
Oh, okay.
7mm mag.
7mm, do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was his grandfather's gun. It got given to him. So
fold
cool. Right up.
Yeah. It's
so this is your biggest buck.
Yeah, second.
It's only number 2.
Yeah,
it's my third deer I've ever had.
Heck yeah. No, we were saying that
more to come, I'm sure.
Yeah, we were saying that before we started that. We didn't kill our first till we were like 16. Just because that's when we got a chance to hunt first. Because I didn't grow up bow hunting.
I was excited just to shoot a deer.
Yeah,
and it didn't matter what it was then.
Right.
Now we're blessed enough to have a piece of property. We can be a little picky if we want to, but we still put meat in the freezer. He shot a doe during the early season, so that's already in there and ready to go.
Yeah, because you went out and shot one in the September season, right?
Yeah.
I think that's honestly a lot of people on here actually give us flack about that season, but Nate took one this season. I have a 6-month-old at the time, so I wasn't doing much hunting at that point. I put my brownie points away enough so I could go out tomorrow morning.
Yeah. It depends
So-
what you want to do. You're not rack hunting at that point. You're not.
Yeah.
You're out there to
It's nice to
get
get
some meat.
out.
And like I said, we had a lot of doe. It was nice to get a nice mature doe and
Mhm.
take her out of the herd. Actually, anyway, they got to come out eventually. So
Mhm.
I feel doing it then and letting the rut go into swing before you.
Yep.
You're not going to be out there cracking them now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna probably be off of those until probably gun season at this point. But then we'll probably have, a couple buddies come out. Friends, we got a couple family members that might come out to, take a doe or something like that.
Yeah, that doe that I shot, it was a double lung heart, go right through her heart, same caliber, and she still managed to go 120.
Oh yeah.
yeah, she cooked.
She was flying. I didn't even think I hit her the way she took off.
You hit them in the heart, they do some crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was pouring the entire way.
Oh
You
yeah.
could look in the beans, and it was blood
Just
the
gone.
entire way. You could just dump it.
Yeah, she's nice and fat. She's 103, 107.
106, yeah. 106.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good doe.
Yep.
Dressed weight.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a really solid doe. It's a good thing you're not saying 200 pounds, dude. I don't believe those guys that say they shoot 200-pound does.
Well, this buck didn't weigh 200 pounds, so
Yeah.
and
No.
I did all I could to put it in the back of the side by
He
side
was
by myself.
174 after being dressed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good solid buck weight, man.
Yeah.
I
My
mean,
brother shot one a couple years ago. It was 184
Yeah.
after.
yeah, and especially once we get into this rut time, you hardly will see them over 200 now. But the early season bucks,
Start burning the fat and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, the early seasons we had a few that buddy shot and stuff that weighed over 200. Yeah, Crafty weighed over 200. He was like 205, I think, or 206 dressed.
It's a monster deer.
Mhm.
Yeah. Big body, age, 20 pounds of antler doesn't hurt the weight either, but yeah, no. So you guys got other ones you're chasing this year probably too.
Yeah.
The
Showing
one,
up?
The one I just showed you that showed up. Actually, he's got some character, and we have two that are
Giant left side.
giant left side. They're both named Lefty, but there's Lefty with brow tines and there's Lefty with no brow tines. So one has literally none, and the other one has brows.
Yep.
And the left side is double the right side, and
You guys name your deer like me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's a big 8. Or that's the inside kicker tang because he's got a point on the end. Like,
Oh, it's left side bigger. Hey, Lefty.
I'm trying to get better at it.
Yeah.
Ben here, he comes up with all the names.
Yeah. He's using like AI on Google or something.
Yeah, we have one.
So you
that's,
named this one Elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of unique.
We have one that's a normal rack on the left side. It's a 4-point on the left side, and then the other side goes like straight down and curls back up.
Oh, so
It's
it's kind
like
of like
twisted.
droop.
It goes down,
He's got a nice droop to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had one I called Jay a couple years ago that was kind of like that.
You got Elf, Candy Cane.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so usually
we got to find Christmas tree. I think.
Yeah.
He's probably really big.
That's the one Dad's waiting for. I'm thinking.
This one used to be Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, had something hanging from him the one time. Yeah.
Oh, and a bunch of stuff hanging in his rack. One of the pictures. Yeah, yeah. So when I'm naming them, it's usually I have a theme. Like the one year it was like Phelps Bars / Phelps Bar owners. So that's how a couple of them got their name. Crafty from Crafty Ales, Dono from the Wine Bar, a couple other ones over there. But yeah, or they just have some unique story with them, and that's how they get their name. But yeah.
Yeah, our first deer, big buck on our property, was actually named Milkshake. And because he was just thick, it was just mass.
Yeah.
And the whole thick, I was like, well, should we call him Milkshake, right?
Yep.
The milkshakes are thick. It was just, but same thing, just random, but
Yep.
it stuck.
Mhm.
And now he's on a wall somewhere too.
Yeah.
We had one our neighbor shot with his bow. We had him named Mystery. So he disappeared for a while. And he had like 8-inch brow tines. They were huge.
Yeah, that was the first year we moved in. He was the first big buck that we chased in 2020 when we bought the property. Yeah, and he was killed probably 1.5 miles down the road.
Real rut, right?
Yep. Yeah, that rut will push them around. So,
Mm-hmm.
but we do want to say, talking about the rut, we got I guess we've had a sit alert we've had earlier, but we got a definite sit alert for the next 2 days with this front rolling in. We got 20-degree drop
Definitely
tonight.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would definitely say Saturday, Sunday.
Tomorrow, I like Friday morning too, because it's going to be sunny and southwest wind, and I need that for going into the dump. So I got some 1 year on the dump. So we'll see.
The new set?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be at the bottom or if I'm going to be at the top of the hill. I haven't decided yet.
Top dump, bottom dump?
Yep. Yep. Haven't decided yet. It'll be one of them. Probably be whatever way the gut tells me to go in the morning. But I'm thinking maybe the tops because I can see the bottom now with all the leaves coming off.
Yeah.
So-
We lost a lot of leaves in the last 2 days. When I pulled into my driveway tonight, it was covered.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the stand tonight, this evening. And there's a lot of leaves falling.
Yeah. Front blowing them off. If we get any rain tonight, they'll knock the snot out of them too. But yeah.
It only says 20%.
Yeah, I know the rain's kind of breaking up on it. I was just going to look at that a
The
little bit.
rain comes, I'll probably hunt and scrape tomorrow night.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I think that's a great tip for folks is when you get these rain events and like that, the scrapes just turn right on.
Tomorrow, Bo. We're taking
Yeah.
tomorrow morning. I'm actually going into work late.
Yeah.
I'm hunting
So
tomorrow
I guess
morning.
it depends if you're like Western New York or if you're like Eastern New York because it might shift by a day. Because I mean the coldest morning is going to be Friday morning, and then after that it'd be Sunday morning. Be the next time that it's down right around freezing, 30, calling for 36 Friday morning,
Yeah.
but only 45 tomorrow morning. But if you look at that from contrast from today, that's a 30-degree temperature drop overnight.
There's
So-
Andy. He's watching.
Mhm.
Andy, tell Ben how to score this deer. Actually,
Alright.
you should probably just bring it to
They
Andy.
started tonight.
Yeah.
There you go. I know. I
Andy always scores them a little bigger. But
So
no, Andy says they started tonight, $4 together, pushing dough.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw quite a bit of.
So, question
Quite a
for
bit of
Andy.
activity
We got
myself.
kind of like a outlet plug on the end for his beam there. I think I'm going to take it from the inside.
Hand it to him so he can
Oh,
bring
yeah.
it closer to the camera.
Yeah.
Hand it to.
Yeah. So, I think I'm going to take it from the inside because that seems to leave the beam the truest, and then the outside one kind of dips off the outside of it.
There you're kind of up, down. There you
Yeah.
go. You give him the full view.
360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a
360 cam. It's like an outlet plug, dude.
looks like a 2-tick cow water. Hand me that
What are we looking for?
Miller.
But, and obviously, we got another abnormal in there. Be a heck of a buck, dude.
Bo says 115.
I think
Bo, don't be
Yeah.
sour. Did you miss a buck tonight, Bo?
Yeah. No, I think he's going to go back. 115
I'm thinking he's a little better. I think maybe add 15 to that.
plus, yeah.
If not,
That's a compliment.
That's what I'm
20.
thinking. So, like we do with any of our episodes, we're scoring a deer, we'll go through on how to score them. Jacob was asking me a couple questions before we started. And stuff like, how do you know where to go from the inside? It's easier when they're on a shoulder mount because you can kind of go off the front of the eyes, but you kind of eyeball it where he's perpendicular.
I can
I'm going to take him out
assist if you need.
here. He's got too much weight.
His rack hand goes back a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Need a bench vise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would freaking
you can even name it.
log him right in.
Yeah.
You can name your bench vise.
13.
Does it have a missing tooth? This is missing tooth.
17 and 1/8 for those folks tuning in at home for his inside spread. You guys want to check my math as I go?
17? You were close.
Yeah.
You said 18.
Yeah.
Not bad for eyeballing it. You put a tape measure on it in your room the other night, didn't you?
No, I
Yeah. Now the truth
Let's
comes
not
out.
get into the room and tape measure thing
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then for your beam measurement, it goes off the back corner of the eye, which usually you get a little blip in your burr there. So that's typically where I'll start the cable. Follow the outside curl of the antler. There's usually a vein right there. You follow that right up out to the end of the beam. And then that'll give you your beam measurement for your main beam length. And you get one of those for each side. Even if he doesn't have much of a beam, or like Dylan's, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna score that with the big spike. That's gonna
You
be.
better call Andy.
I better call Andy for like all these screwy ones I'm gonna have to do this year.
Yeah, a lot of goofy bucks.
Yeah. Start growing some
I've
normal
seen,
bucks.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, he was normal until he got to the end.
yeah.
I was left
No,
out.
he's as deer go, he's pretty straightforward. he's gonna be pretty straightforward.
I prefer him a little character myself.
I
Yep.
like character.
Yeah, definitely. Jimmy says Jimmy's going 151 gross, 133 after deductions. I think we're going to be somewhere in the middle on him. He's a nice buck. I think he's going to be in the 40s.
Jimmy's getting
I think he's
technical.
going to be low 40s.
We're just doing gross.
Yeah, low 40 gross. Low 40s are gross.
We
man.
don't like net. What'd you say? Nets for fish.
Nets are for fishes. That's right.
Nets are for fishes, not deer score.
21.
That's why we like
21,
Northeast
6.
Big Buck Club.
6. So right beam's 21 and 6/8. So
That's a good beam.
yeah, solid.
That's a solid beam. You start pushing that 24-inch mark.
Yeah,
That's
like
big.
27, like that one over there.
That's a big beam.
Mm-hmm.
21 solid though.
Yeah, you get like that 27-inch beam on that 5-point side over there.
You guys want to throw a guess at it? We got viewers throwing guesses at it. What's your guess? What you had one earlier?
I said like 145. I wanted to say.
He's saying 145.
145.
Any eights? No eights?
No eights.
No eights? 145 even.
Even, dead nuts, right?
Even
No,
Steven.
just in that ballpark. Right?
In the ballpark.
Oh, all right.
I said
Go
one. I
Go
said
140s.
134, 135. So
Yep.
we'll see.
I was going to go 135. All right.
I'll take the 134.
All right.
You can have the 135.
135 and 3/8.
There you go.
Yeah, I said it's gonna be a little shorter, so it's gonna hurt a little bit.
What'd you do? Think it was going to be longer?
No, I didn't think it was gonna be longer, but it's a couple inches shorter. Jimmy says girth's hard to tell the difference over the internet. Camera always adds 5 inches.
I think Bo's got a small camera.
Yeah.
Small, so you look
Looking
at a
on her phone.
He's got a little phone, yeah.
No, Bo's being sour.
17 6/8.
He's having a rough season or something.
Yeah.
It's early.
Well, you're not modeling your camo for him, mate.
Can't call it rough yet. Oh, is that what it is?
Well, I don't wear Sitka. You don't like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe shirtless.
I've
I
never
wear,
even
yeah,
touched
yeah.
Stick.
I'll just paint.
Yeah,
There you
body
go.
paint.
Straight paint with a banana hammock.
For me, camo's camo. Camo's camo as long as it works.
Yep. So you don't have a particular brand. You're not a Mossy Oak Real Tree. Doesn't matter.
No.
Nope.
Comfortable and warm.
Yeah.
Comfortable and warm.
That's
That's
all
the
you
name.
Speaking of that, maybe Wolf Sox tomorrow. I mean, with this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to be hunting what they hunted in the last few days if they've been out.
I'll tell you what, Jesse, our buddy Jesse, he shot his. He shot a nice 8-point.
Shot his
That
at
was
Crocs.
probably a 110, 112-inch 8-point.
Yeah.
Well, he shot his in Crocs and a camo tie-dye T-shirt he made himself.
Yeah, the deer didn't know the difference.
No, he didn't know the difference. He don't care.
Nope. So
He might even had shorts on. I don't know.
I think he shot the doe the early season with shorts on, to be honest.
I shot that doe with, I think they were bright orange. No, I have a picture. Hang on. I gotta pull this up.
You might have had Crocs on, too.
I did have Crocs on. I did have Crocs on.
I hunted, the
they were
first time
tan,
I
red,
hunted with
black, and
Crocs
green.
was the other day.
They
It
were
was like
tan,
80
red,
degrees out, and I was going to go sit in my blind. I'm like, I'm just wearing my
You'd be
Crocs.
sweating.
yeah.
Maybe we got an idea we can get a hold of Crocs. They have not done a Sitka Croc yet. I mean,
Ooh.
you know, we could be a step ahead of the game.
Could be. So you make an invisible line where it leaves the antler.
Here we go.
Yes, Andy.
Bright
Wow,
orange short,
technically,
shirt.
yeah. Well, one would be the main beam.
Yeah, one's gonna kind of be the main beam.
I'm guessing the longest one's going to be the main beam.
Yeah.
But that's not an inch.
No, that's not gonna be. But this is gonna go, and then
Yeah.
went
Yeah,
to
Andy.
I went to this one because it followed the beam on
One
the
of
outside.
the forks, the outside fork. Or would you have to go outside as the main beam?
I went with the outside as the main beam because of the cable measurement, having to come up the outside of the beam.
So that would be
That's
an
gonna be my
inside kicker.
Yep.
And that would be abnormal.
Yep, just an abnormal vertical point. Yep. So he's gonna have two on the left there,
What's your take on that, Andy?
and he's got to dry too. So this won't be your official score like we talked about. We got to dry 60 days. You'll typically some mass, and sometimes you can lose a little bit on the spread. Recommend not putting them next to a wood stove or someplace where they're gonna get dried out.
Yeah, that doe. Like I said, I shot her.
You put them next
in
to a wood stove. I think it's going to go
Yeah.
down.
orange shorts, a black long sleeve, In Tan Crocs.
Rainbow and tan
There you go.
Crocs. Yeah.
Yep. Andy says I agree.
All right. Let's
All right,
stick to
we're
it.
going with it.
All right,
He's-
boss said so.
Boss says it's good, so we're gonna go with it. And then you get 4 mast measurements per side at the smallest point between the 2 points. So for the burr, he's gonna have a 4. And other than that, just work out the beam. 10s always score better than 8s for the most part.
I'm guessing
on this.
Andy said LOL too. Us
Yeah.
calling him the boss.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
Thank
Chris
you.
says, "Good buck, congrats."
Yeah.
Thank you.
TJ over there. You know, it's just a little bit north of my grandmother's over there and down in Lyons.
Mhm.
3 5/8.
The Pilgrimport area there?
Yeah, he's over by kind of Howland Fruit Farm Road.
Nervous
Over
just
there,
to see what he
there.
comes out as.
Nervous?
Nervous.
Why you
Well, he's
nervous?
not gonna
Right.
get. You're not gonna get any bigger now.
What do you mean nervous?
I've never shot one that big.
3 and 4.
You see, you get nervous before you go hunting. When you're successful after the hunt, then the nerves should be.
I don't
Yeah.
shake when I'm taking the shot. I shake after the shot. It's weird. Like
Yeah.
That's the best time to shake.
Yeah, but we're going on like we're days past the shot.
Yeah.
There should be no nerves now. You're just sitting back cool with the shades down, freaking like
Right. You're not even thinking about
I got it
Yep.
done, man.
Yep.
What
Kill
do you
him.
got?
He's already thinking about some fall geese here, is what he's really been
There
doing.
you go.
yeah, I'm worried
Yeah.
about that. I really want to go shoot some geese.
That is fun.
There's been a bunch, dude, flying overhead the last couple days.
Shot
Yeah.
a band a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
You had the tractor in the middle of the field the other night after they cut the beams, digging a couple big holes for the blinds.
Oh, you're gonna put a couple laydowns in there.
Yeah, he's got himself prepared. He asked if he can go dig a hole. I said, go dig a hole.
Yeah, because I think the day I was over there
I'm digging
looking at
holes.
your property with you, he was out fixing the field before I was even gone.
Yeah, he was.
He jumped on the
He
tractor and
probably runs the tractor better than I do.
That's good.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think there's many kids that ask their dad if they can go dig a hole. So props to you.
I give you a lot of credit on that.
We're gonna go dig a hole.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Bo's coming
One
around.
more.
Hang on, he's
Take a
coming
big
around. Bo says, "Beautiful buck."
Thank you.
Thumbs up. Thanks, Bo.
Yeah, regardless of the score.
He's Bo's our biggest critic.
He's the number 1 fan.
number one.
He doesn't like that I wear Huntworth camo.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Whatever it scores, I'm jealous. Andy says.
Andy, he's 13 years old. You got like two 200-inch deer on your wall.
Yeah, he's got
Is that a
some
deer
good
he
ones.
shot in his picture?
Yeah, I think that's
That's
his
Andy's big one. That's his 200er.
His 200 something. He's got double drops.
This guy, he's jealous. Come on now. Come on now.
I think it's been a couple years since he shot a really good one, so
He
he
shot
might,
one-
he might be
shot
feeling
one-
a little
I
jealous.
think he
right
shot
now.
one last year in the 100-proof hoodie.
Yeah, Andy's a good dude.
2 and 4.
Bo says, I thought Ben shot that with a crossbow. Close. Close, Bo. He was thinking about it.
I
I
probably
told
would.
him that you were going to be mad.
It might have been a raven.
If I had the crossbow, I probably would have shot him.
Bo, you got Ben so worked up about this crossbow thing, he's got his crossbow for sale.
It's sold. It's
Oh,
gone.
I'm
It's
not-
gone.
oh, it's already gone. Like
It's gone.
I'm not joking. That,
He
that
put-
thing,
He
he
put the
got
trade.
sick of you
Yeah,
busting him so bad.
He actually traded it for a Sitka jacket, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
Oh man. John Myers says, very nice buck. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you guys knew this buck was around?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. So
You
we
had
had
previous
pictures
pictures
of
of
him. Yep.
Watched him from last year.
Yeah, from last year. He grew some inches, and obviously
How much did he grow?
he wasn't that gnarly. He
10
probably
inches,
grew
probably.
10, 15 inches. Yeah, definitely.
You think he was like a 2 to 3 jump or 3 to 4 jump?
I think he's 2 to 3 jump. Yep. And then we couldn't tell the left side. Ton of pictures, but especially in velvet, you really couldn't tell what was going on.
Mhm.
And like I said, we knew he had 11 points. That's where the name came from. But it didn't matter what.
Which, can you explain that? Because I don't know if a lot of the viewers know that Elf is.
All right, so Elf, we needed a name for the number 11. So I hopped on Google and I typed
thought
in
that was
11. What
Mhm.
means 11? And Elf apparently in German, according to Google, Elf is 11. He actually is a 12 point now, so his name's stuck anyway. But
Yep.
you know, we thought for sure he was definitely an 11. And you know, you could always see no matter which angle the camera took a picture of it, we were only getting one of the points.
It's like a little,
yeah, one blocks the other out. So
yeah, unless he's got his head picked up like that, and even then,
I even had videos of him with his head turning back and forth, and you still couldn't
There's a
tell.
video of him in velvet.
Yeah,
It's an awesome video.
yeah, he
He's
lost
picking his head
he
up
lost a
with
lot
that
of
camera.
mass when he dropped his velvet.
yeah, that's what I tell folks. They always look bigger with the velvet on, man.
Yep.
Always.
I had a couple bucks on camera last year. I was like, oh my God, look at the mass on it. And then they dropped the velvet. I'm like, what the hell?
He's not a shooter
I'm
anymore.
like, is that the same deer? I'm like going back, going picture.
Yeah, we actually had a couple of pictures with the velvet hanging too, which is pretty cool. So
Oh, this deer?
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to print a couple out for him, and when the shoulder mount's done, so he can hang him around him.
Yep.
He made a point to go back out and find the shell as well. It fell in the leaves, and he went out and spent 20-30 minutes the next day to get it.
Yep. So is it a bolt action? Is it a,
bolt,
yeah? Yeah, in the heat of the moment when you're racking another shell, sometimes it's tough to find it.
What was he feeding in when you shot him?
Beans, yeah, dry beans actually, which is crazy. But
I've heard a lot of deer on beans this year. I don't know if it has something to do with the winter we got coming or
All my spots have some beans on them, and that's where they want to be.
Yeah.
I got one spot that's got alfalfa, corn, and beans.
I
And the
think
beans are cut. The beans are gone.
I've
And
got
there's
them-
still
I've got
the
them off
beans
the
over
ground.
everything.
right out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they
Where I
they've been
sat
last
tonight.
Couple does.
I had the
Over.
100 proof on the edge.
Mhm.
I had the clover field. That's probably, I don't know, at least an acre and a half of clover. And they usually feed up from the bottom and on top it's cut beans.
Yeah,
Those deer
Make
spent,
the
I
right
bet,
to there.
not even 5 minutes in that clover / 100 proof, and
Yep.
then they just
And
bounded
that's
up
what
with
I
the
have.
beans.
I've got
and hung out
clover,
on
clover
top.
that's 10 inches tall. I've got 100 proof, and I did some domain green machine on about an acre and a half, 2 acres, just to get a little more of the mix in there. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's a foot and a half tall, and they'll come hammer it at night. You know,
Yeah,
like
in
that.
velvet, we were actually out there. They were like 100 yards away from us on our property. We were filming them.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
they stayed in the dry beans before they would come touch any of this green stuff. Now the beans are gone, so
And the other thing that I thought might be a sign of or this deer was just on the verge of a cardiac arrest, but I think it might, like, people are saying now, they were saying we were going to have a bad winter. Now they're saying it's going to be a light winter because of some storm that brewed
yeah, the
down south.
El Nino stuff. Yeah.
So, but Caleb's buck,
Yep.
I've never seen a deer that had fat around its heart. Like, you have that skin, that membrane,
Right.
that kind of the heart kind of like sits in, but it was actually like a coating of fat around the heart.
That deer wasn't going to live for long after.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
much
he's either
longer.
on the verge of a cardiac arrest, or it's a sign of something. I don't know. A lot of the old timers would tell you if the deers are in bow season already has a lot of fat on it, then you're in for a bad winter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This deer, when skinned out, had quite a bit of fat in his back. He was thickening up a little bit.
Andy says 146. Did you text him?
No, I didn't text him.
Yeah. Make sure there's no cheating going on.
Plus 7 plus 8 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3.
Thank goodness we have calculators on our phones now.
3. Yep.
Like,
That was right the first time. 137 and 2 8s
Is that with abnormals?
with his trash. Yep.
we
So
were
he's
close.
got.
135, 134, we said. So
Yep. I
Right
figured he
there.
was going to be right around the low 40 mark. Is the thing that hurts him on his score is his beam doesn't.
Yeah, it was a couple inches shorter on
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
I learned
about
this one in
4
school.
inches shorter.
If it's
Ben-
bigger than 5 on the last digit, you can round it up. We'll
There you
take
go.
140. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's a good deer.
Ben's wife says Ben can't add. He's 150.
there it is.
I believe is what
Yeah.
that means.
Yeah, Nate will also tell you that I'm not the guy that should score your deer because
No, Andy scores my deer. Ben can rough score him.
Nate gives me crap.
Well, I'm your buddy. It's
I know.
my job.
Got it.
All right.
Got it.
It's my job.
Any deer pushing 140, is a-
Oh yeah,
that's a good New York deer, right?
Right.
dude, that's a
Good
heck of
for
a
you.
buck. Heck of a buck, dude. Yeah, so he had I mean, if you add it up, he only had about just over 4 inches of abnormals. He doesn't have a whole lot of abnormals. So as a straight 10, he goes 130 plus. So, and that's with a short side because he got messed up in velvet.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, heck of a
Maybe he
buck.
would have hit
I shoot
150
him.
next year. Jesus.
That's possible.
No one will ever know.
The way he grew. Yeah, I know.
Well, he's not gonna get any bigger.
I'll say he
I
got bigger on
guarantee.
my wall.
There you go. Yeah.
When you're looking eye to eye, they're always bigger.
You
Yeah.
see, if you were gonna Euro him, you could bury the head and just sprinkle Miracle Grow on him throughout the winter as he's around and see if it would
anything that
gain
grows
any.
extra. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put him in the dirt. Bury him.
I used to do that. I had an old 10-foot flat bottom boat, and I buried a couple bucks, a couple of my buddies of mine back there. And people come over and be like, oh, I got to go check on my deer, see how they're growing. I go over there and I lift them up. You can see the antlers sticking out of their gun, you know. And I'm like, oh, yeah, they'll be pretty nice next year.
+3 +4 +3 +4. Andy is asking me what the mass was on him. 3 +
3 inches of mass isn't bad.
29,
Well, your bases were 4.
30.
He's not too thick.
So 30. So he had 29 inches of mass. So that it averages out to about 3 5/8 of mass at every measurement. So his biggest was 4. His bases were both 4, and then he had a 4 out on the one end with the fat side over there, the left side.
What were these beams?
What's that? The G3 there?
Yeah.
G3 on the left side was 8 1/8.
Just
And
label
what about
it.
the right side?
Yep. Yeah.
Just label it and give it to the
Yeah.
give it to him.
I will. Oh well. That way you don't have to take a picture of it. Oh, so this is right. This is left.
So maybe you know this, but I'm gonna ask Andy also. How does youth season work with the scoring? Is it still fall under the gun regulation? So it's got to be 120
weapon
plus.
Weapon it was taken with. Yep.
So he shot it with a rifle, so it'd have to be
Mhm.
120, or is it 125 plus? I forget.
120.
I think it's 120.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So it
you could book him.
Makes book no problem.
You
Makes
can book.
book no problem.
You
So
probably, I don't know what you guys do to store them. I mean, if you were planning on putting them in the book, but I always just hang them in my garage or a shed, and I always hang them from like a wire like this from a rafter.
Okay.
So gravity kind of keeps it from
Shrinking in. Yeah.
shrinking in,
Mhm.
and you don't want it in the house with your furnace or anything like that running because it'll
Yeah, we're paying
it'll start shrinking. I would just, if you did plan on booking them or whatever, that's probably the best way to do it. Just grab a piece of twine hanging from a rafter in your
Just
cold
Hagrid's
garage.
hand right now to get them put on the wall.
60 days dry, yeah, you said?
Yep.
Yep. So we'll be ready just about, what was that, Christmas.
Mm-hmm. A lot of big bucks there in youth I see online there.
Oh my gosh,
There's some flammers.
Yeah, no, we're talking about having my buddy Ryan and his kid on to tell their story because they got a really cool story too with their deer. I don't want to spoil it, but it's a really cool story. So that's one folks will want to tune into, and just a heck of a deer, big, weird, gnarly, non-typical side on the one side, extra kind of beam kind of thing at the bottom. So really cool buck, and that deer probably, like, no exaggeration, was all of like 220 dressed,
Yeah,
if not more.
Just a tank.
It just,
That deer was massive.
that deer was a horse, literally. So
I think that was more of like a 5-year-old deer, though.
Oh, that deer was 5'6", dude, all
Nice.
day long.
The butcher said he estimated this to be a 3.5 deer,
Mhm.
3.5-year-old.
Yep, I can see that. Just good solid 3.
Mhm.
But then you look at him, he's 5. But some of them just don't score, man. Some of them just aren't built to score.
But that's a cool looking buck.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. No, and that was the first.
I think he scored, what, 118?
Yeah, he was only like 118.
You don't look 118.
That's the character, That's
Yeah.
You know,
He looks like a mule deer.
he's got really short beams. Yeah, so does Bud. Bud looks a lot like a mule deer too.
I always thought his, I call it right above the burr. So smooth.
Yeah,
Like,
his
look at
is
this. Look at all these bumps on this.
Yeah, the purling and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And he's got like none.
It's like smooth on him. He's the
It's
only
weird
buck
look.
I got where it's like
Weird.
he's got no purling, so it's like smooth.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he never had any signs of trash. I mean, those are his sheds up there, other than that one on the far side. But those 3 there on the podcast on are his sheds.
Yeah, this buck, I think he chipped the end of this off right after he got the velvet off, and then he just rubbed it flat.
Yeah, bumping them up. But no, we were actually looking at some cameras, dude. I got one of the bucks that was my best buck, probably score wise, that I had left to chase this year. Has broken like 3 of his points off
Already, jeez.
Yeah, broke his really nice brow tine off, his better brow tine, and he broke both of his. He had a flyer on each G2, and he broke both of them right off. They're just down to like little nubs. One was probably, I don't know, maybe 2-3 inches.
Kind of like that buck right there.
What's that?
The little nubs.
Yeah,
Snapped them all off.
yeah, pretty close. He's missing a brow, and he's missing both of his kickers he had off his G2s. They're gone.
Ben shot that
So-
one with his pistol.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
St. Patrick
So
was
we
a
just
pistol
took
buck.
a walk Sunday, moved a couple cameras around and
Mhm.
looking for scrapes, and only found a couple actually.
Yeah.
You know, not in the normal spots. So we'll see what they look like by
Yeah.
next weekend. But
No, the scrapes are freaking turning on, dude. When I moved cameras the other day, I think I was out.
Yeah. I was walking 2 days ago, and there was, I think it was on Sunday, yeah. There was a scrape with a rub on the tree above it.
Mhm.
Just above it, like wrapped around the entire tree pretty much, like half the tree.
Yep.
So we need to get a camera on there.
Those hot spots signs like that. Well, the big ones, the ones I really focus on for scrapes, are those big like signpost ones. They're like the size of like the bar or like a truck hood.
Yeah, it was like this.
Mhm.
Probably
Yeah,
like that, a
those-
little one, but with a
those-
scrape.
Yep.
Those big signpost scrapes are great inventory spots to see what deer are coming through. You know, they're usually the first ones every deer is hitting coming through a spot too. So it's really nice to get inventory this time of the year on the scrapes. We put a bunch of stuff on scrapes right now, and then towards gun season and stuff, when we're out for that, we'll move them more to the food and stuff for late season. But
Where we saw that 10 point that we showed you earlier, he was about 20 yards from a swamp.
Mhm.
It's just a wide open swamp out there. They travel through there like crazy. We don't have any cameras like out in the middle of it. It'd be hard to get to. We were tracking a deer through there one time. We went. It looked like it was like ankle deep water. Ended up being knee deep.
oh, you could get into those swamps, man, and go up over your hips.
mhm.
Found that out
Real
real quick.
Yep, you got it. Bo says, what tag does he use for that deer? Is it a special youth tag, or does he have to use his firearm season tag?
Firearm season.
You got it.
He is done with firearm season.
Yep. So the youth tag, they use their regular season tag, or you can use your DMP if you tagged a doe.
And you are only allowed one
deer.
yeah,
Yep.
over the 3 days. Yeah, so
Mhm.
he couldn't go back out and shoot a doe, you know, the next day. Or,
I mean, I could have won my bow,
You could have with
yeah,
your
could
bow.
have went bow
Yep.
hunting. Absolutely.
You got it.
and I did.
Yeah. But yeah, and then the red that you see on there, that's not the tag. That's just his license information that's written on it. Tag stays with the meat is how it works for New York State. So all you gotta have is just your dock number and your information on usually a little paper tag, or that works really good too, taped down like that. But yeah, no, definitely a heck of a buck.
Mhm.
Tell you what, man, he's probably better scoring than just about anything I got on camera.
Waiting for the ones to show up that aren't on camera. Them are the fun ones.
Yeah.
Back before we
Yep.
used cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the stand open in the morning and
You see it.
see what's there.
Yep. No.
We're spoiled with
The
this
fun
stuff.
part is the rut when they start moving around from other properties and stuff, and they come from about a mile away.
Oh yeah,
You
a
have
mile,
no
2
clue
miles.
what's out there, and they're just out there for one night just to get you excited, just for you to get sad because you don't see them at all.
One and done. We've got a few of
Yep.
those come through the property, no doubt about it.
Yeah, no, I got a whole column over there on the whiteboard for the 1 year rule stuff. That's going to be
Yep.
those bucks that I only have 1 or 2 pictures a year of that just come in for that 1 or 2 days. And a couple of them have been multiple years. So if there's this way I can get back into that spot of the farm to hunt that one that comes in up by Topfield every year that day, we'll see if that works out. But that's like late November, I want to say. It's almost December. But yeah, those one and dones are really cool. And it's weird that they're not ones that the neighbors usually see either. So they might be making
Yeah, nobody sees them.
big loopers or something,
Yeah.
something that comes from a mile away. What did you say?
We're telling my brother 140, right?
Yep, you got it.
Just make sure he doesn't watch this.
Yeah, 5 or more, you can round them up, right?
So,
Yeah.
that's the rule.
Yeah, scored between that 135, 140 mark. He's right there. About smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather looks like it's going to warm up again, actually. What I saw, we got a few days of cold, and then I think next week we've got some warm weather coming back in, another couple 70 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think these 2 days right now are going to be pretty good. Saturday morning, Sunday morning are going to still be pretty cool. For the folks that hunt the weekends and stuff like that. And it'll be, highs in the mid to low 50s Saturday and Sunday, so you'll have some good weather. Looks like good consistent winds, at least on Saturday. Sunday it's going to be spinning around the south. But yeah, then it's right back up almost to 80, and then we have a perfect front starts. Looks like it's mounting up to drop right there the first part of November. So if you don't get it done in these next couple days with this front, don't worry.
Yeah.
There is another front on the way.
Always got that Halloween weekend, right?
I'm 100% hunting all Halloween weekend. I'm not leaving the tree stand. I'm
Yeah.
sleeping in there.
Yeah. So you like your all-day sets? You do all-day sets too?
Just
Yeah.
that weekend, maybe.
Yeah.
I've never done it myself, to be honest with you. Maybe someday I'll try
I've sat for 4 hours at a time.
Yeah.
Once, yeah.
Long sets, but I've never done a single sit in one stand for an all day. I've swapped stands.
Yeah.
I've moved midday.
Most of the time, I just sit till my butt goes numb and I can't feel my feet or toes.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
toes or fingers.
You got to move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
I'm
no.
like, why are my hot hands not working? Why are my hot feet not working? I'm like,
Been
I'm out of
4
here. I'm not
hours.
seeing anything. And then you get a picture in front of that, in front of there with a big doe or big buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Had
that's
that
why I
That's how it
can't do
works.
the cell cams, man. I'd be
Can't-
driving myself nuts.
Can't
on
out
them.
from the couch, right?
Nope. But I've been just letting stuff soak and coast a little bit, and saw one of our shooters. Was that last week, Nate? Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
I think last Tuesday I saw
How
one
far
of
out
our
was he?
shooters. About 50. Came into about 50.
How much you draw back?
Uh-huh.
How much you draw back?
For weight?
Yeah.
I
Pounds in a bow.
think it's 65.
Oh, that's enough to kill one at 50.
Yeah, a lot of stuff can happen.
That's a poke in a live animal.
Yeah. Farthest I've shot one with the bow is I shot that one to 40.
It can be done.
Yeah, you can
I
do
think
it.
people do it all the time.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean it's the.
Yeah. No, I was waiting to. He was with another little buck, and little buck came in and he was working toward me eating some apples. He came into like 28 yards, and I don't even know how many points down I was. Got 4.
I have no self control with my bow.
7.
He would have been dead.
I don't know. He's got 9 or 10. He was standing under a oak tree, fishing around for a few acorns. One of the few oak trees we have on the farm, but he just didn't want to commit to that couple little apple trees at that 7-pointer or 6-pointer. I forget what he was. Came under there and ate a couple of them.
Yeah, I passed about 20 deer before I shot my first deer. Bow and gun.
Yep. How many this year before that guy?
Probably about 6.
Yep.
Yeah, he knew what he was after, and we knew we had a good shot.
Yeah.
Youth weekend. He was in the field almost every single night for the last hour of daylight.
Mhm.
At that point, it's no pressure either. There's nobody back there. Nobody's around other than
Yep.
a couple orchards in the distance where they're still doing some apples, but they walk around back there for hours and they're completely unbothered.
Yeah, because that's just the farmer, man. It's
Yeah.
just the pressure doesn't assimilate the same, But yeah, no, food patterns definitely solid right now. But I'm switching more over to hunting scrapes. Whatever food source you got, whether it is, still standing crop.
You hunt a saddle or
Predominantly ladder stands, actually.
just ladder stands?
For the most part, most of my stuff's all preset. I do have like a mobile sticks and hang on that I'll run once in a while, but
How long does that take to set up?
less than 5 minutes.
Give me one of those then.
Yeah, they're pretty. The key thing with them is being quiet more than speed.
That's what's nice about the ladders. You know where they are. You get there. You got
You go up.
your route in, and
Yep.
yeah,
Climb up,
you're
clip
ready-
up, you're
ready
good to go.
hunt.
Or you just get out there early when they're not moving yet.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They're
I
always-
mean-
they're always moving.
Yeah. The
Middle day. they don't move as much. They're still moving a bit.
Yeah, how do you feel? That's a good question for you. How do you feel about setting a stand on a morning or afternoon and hunting that stand the same day?
I've done it and killed deer.
The first deer I killed on my property, I did it.
Yeah.
I this looks like a good spot, and I literally put up a stand at noon, and then I shot a nice 9-point at dark, and I didn't know the property then. It just looked like a good area, and maybe I got lucky, but like I said, that stand was
that
set.
9 point?
Yeah, it was.
that
The stand wasn't there for 5 hours.
Yeah,
it was probably about what was he 2.5?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but he went like straight out like this. It
Mhm.
was weird buck. And then he went double lung and then deflected off the other shoulder blade before going through and came out the back leg.
Yeah,
went
it
through
was
every
pretty
single
wild.
part of the deer.
The arrow went and hit the shoulder blade and went.
Oh, kind of
It completely
came down.
Both lungs, liver,
all the way
stomach,
to the back.
intestine, everything.
It took a while to figure out what the arrow did because it didn't make sense,
Yeah.
Entry hole was
Felt
perfect.
crap on it.
Yeah, and the exit hole went through the gut, and the exit hole was all the way by the butt on the opposite side. Wow.
Yeah, we thought he gut shot it because there was crap all over the arrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And then he was like 20 yards away.
It was a perfect shot, but just heck of a deflection.
Yeah, spun and went.
I don't think he could have went much further.
No.
30 max.
Yeah, but that's what I like about that mobile setup. The times I've used it, it's super lethal. I mean, especially if you've been watching them from a different stand and you can slip into that spot and get set up and get it done.
We've got one stand at my parents'. It's on a corner of the property. There's corn almost directly under it. That's just enough to walk through between the field and the hedgerow. And my oldest son hunted it the other night, and the deer were you could hear them just in the corn. And he's sending me videos, and they're just in the corn. Yeah, I mean they're 15 yards away from them, and they're just staying.
He had
in
a
the
doe
corn.
sniff the bottom of the stand.
And he had one of the doe guys literally was sniffing the stand, and
took off.
we didn't put cameras up there this year. He puts them up like last week, but normally I kind of put cameras up there to see what's up there. So that's why I always hunted as a kid, and I kind of wanted to be a little surprised up there. Like once they cut the corn, I'm gonna go sit and see what's there.
See what comes out.
There was a monster there last year. There was a really, really, really nice buck, and I'm hoping he made it. And I think it would be cool to just put my eyes on him.
Probably the one
first
live,
time.
without seeing him on camera.
Right.
So I think that'll be exciting.
Right. Yeah, that's something that like you said, we take for granted a little bit now. Is usually pretty much every deer you might have had. It might even have been a blurry picture, but you probably had a picture of them, or somebody's got a picture of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I get bored of sitting in a tree stand. I go out and I just find somewhere to sit on the ground. And I've seen a lot of deer doing that. I had a doe come to 20. I drew back, and she had her head down. I don't know what happened, but she turned around and trotted, stopped about 25, and I was still drew back, but she was courting towards me, so I had to let down. She was looking at me. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not getting another shot. But then she turned broadside, put her head down. I drew back, and then she wasn't even looking at me. I drew back, and I didn't make a sound. My bow was completely quiet when I drew back, and she turned around and took off.
Yeah. Derek said, "Awesome buck, Ben, not mine." It says Jacob shot it. Yeah. No, that's not. We don't have any 10. I don't think we got 10 anywhere. Everything's an 8-point here, dude.
8 points are good. I would have been happy with a big 8.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. But I don't think we even have we have a couple 9s, I think, but I don't think we have any 10 points. Even on our lease, that one's a big 9. He's not a 10. He's missing a brow.
Any more pictures of brow time there?
I haven't been over to pick cards. We're going over for our buddy hunt this weekend.
Brow time.
Taking the crossbow.
Oh, Ben's bringing the crossbow.
Crossbow, Crocs, Huntworth gear.
Orange shorts. Don't forget the orange shorts.
Yeah.
And the orange shorts.
You put them over the camo though.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's gonna be cold.
Yep, you got it. Yeah.
Orange shorts over your camo pants.
And a 100-proof hat.
Yes, might as well.
Yeah.
Wear it backwards if you want.
Yeah. You got it. Well, yeah, no, it's gearing up, dude, to be a good front right now. And then it's going to warm up for a couple days. But, you can still catch them. I mean, if you got the right spot to get in and out of. But I wouldn't still go push your best spot till you get that front drop, dude. But if you got good intel, I do like tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, I would go into your best spot.
Yeah, I like a 30-degree temp drop.
Tomorrow morning is actually be my first morning set.
Yep, mine too.
I had one. I think it was a yearling. It was still pretty dark out. It was just barely light enough to shoot. And just barely shooting light. And just walked under me at 6 yards. I was like, I thought it was a coyote at first. I'm like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
And then it
That
turned
gray light.
broadside, and I was like, and then it just stood there for like 10 minutes broadside, eating through the leaves and stuff. And then it turned around and shot it off.
Yeah, they're going to be cruising soon. They're not going to be doing much eating when you're out there. You gotta
Yeah.
keep your eyes open.
Yeah. No, it's going to be moving deer. But no, so calling, I think that's a good thing because I think that could be a good successful tip right now for folks is I don't mind doing a little bit of calling, especially if I see a deer cruising, blind calling once in a while. I have a lot of success with that. Late October, Nate talked about that last episode.
I've had a lot of success blind.
I've been doing a couple of little light rattles here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
taking tomorrow
I'm
off.
taking tomorrow off. Good idea, Bo. That's a real good idea.
Mm-hmm. My wife says this is one of your sit alerts. This is one of our sit alerts. This is what you take a vacation day for, like Bo.
Yes.
Somebody doesn't want to go to school tomorrow. You hear this? I mean, that's.
I think he's got a cough starting.
I think I'm under the weather, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what'll cure it? Go and shoot a big one in the morning.
Yeah. No, solve the buck fever.
Kept
You
the buck
got it.
fever, yeah.
Yeah.
I already got it just looking at this one.
It's raining. Perfect scrapes, morning, money.
Yeah.
Bo's gonna kill tomorrow morning.
I think you could.
I know he's not going to kill a bigger one than this.
Oh.
Ooh.
Shot
He'll
fired.
probably kill a 115.
Oh.
Yeah.
Throwing the dart back.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the rains coming over Rochester, Batavia right now, so we're going to probably get a little blast of it.
Yeah, the other good thing about the rain, you can walk in there a little quieter, right?
In the morning.
Yeah, there's nothing
Get
wrong,
that nice.
nothing wrong with some wet base to walk on.
Yeah.
Especially if you got standing corn to sneak through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
It's so
You get
Trying
stoked though
Just
going
annoyed
through it.
you.
so much quieter.
That's
over leaves when
fine
it's
as
wet.
long as it's quiet.
Yeah.
So much easier. I see so many more deer when it's wet out, so I just slip in so much faster.
Mhm.
Easier.
Yeah, watch that corn; it'll cut you too.
Like I don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. When it's wet out, I don't have to worry about really watching my step, making sure I don't step on a huge pile of leaves and it just crackle everywhere.
Well,
Bo says he's right. 115.
yeah.
I tell you what, my number 2 on my
I don't think
the main
Donald.
piece I hunt is probably about that.
I don't know if Donald's going to go 120.
115.
I don't think he's going to go 120 with that funky side and stuff. Short beams.
I got my number ones maybe mid 120s.
I don't care. I don't care what he scores.
That's right.
But it's the one I want to shoot, man.
You got
The one I want to play out
the
for.
plan coming together is half the battle, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of going where I'm going
Just
tomorrow.
gotta get him in front of me.
Where I'm going tomorrow,
Oh.
got Dono and Stretch over there, so be cool to see either one of them
What's
bucks.
Stretch look like?
Stretch is pretty nice. He's probably my best scoring buck now. He's probably like I don't know. He's probably like maybe mid 30s, 8, probably.
Probably like that's about the size of this deer.
Probably a little bit smaller. Yeah, because he's an 8 frame, not a
Oh,
not a 12 pointer.
12 all the way around.
Yeah. Couple extra points help. He's got a little bit better. Stretch got a little bit better beams, just different build of a deer. But he's pretty nice. Kept pretty good mass, and he's been over there like a lot.
I think he.
Because I haven't been hunting over there.
I think he would have got hit 148 at actually if like these were the same height and these were the same. He would 100%.
Well, thanks
That's
for keeping me
about
straight,
an
Nate.
inch and a half shorter, and then this one's an inch shorter.
Yeah, he would have hit
That's
140
toxic.
if his beam would have been right on.
Sounds like
Get one next year.
I'm gonna take one. I'll take what I get right now.
Yeah,
sounds like last season for me.
yeah.
They start moving.
All the neighbors start sending me pictures of all the deer I got on camera. I'm like, oh great.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
you love
last
it?
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year.
Oh,
One
dang
of
it.
our neighbors
Here.
had.
Hey, have you seen this one? Hey,
Oh,
have you
yeah.
seen this one? Hey,
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
watching
If the
them.
neighbor don't send it to you,
I don't know. I've
then
been watching them for the past 3 months. Yeah, exactly.
somebody you know says, hey, so and so got this one. I'm like,
Yeah, I've been watching him since his antlers popped out of his head.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Yeah, our number one that we were after score wise, he got shot during the youth weekend.
Yeah, this deer. I've been watching him for a year, like you said. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Yeah, put the game plan together. You saw him, with your scouting too, and saw him out in the field, so
Yeah.
you knew he was
The
around.
past 2 years, these bucks have been out there in velvet, just standing in the middle of the field.
They love
just
that
looking
field. I don't
around.
know what it is with that field. Like,
It's
I've got the
awesome.
same
You go
beans
out
he's
there-
got, but
You go out there with binoculars and just look at them. You can film them with binoculars. Just pick their heads up, have huge racks.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple years ago, they were all giants,
yeah,
bigger than this.
Yeah, there was 4 or 5 of them out there.
Yeah, bigger than this one
mind-boggling.
altogether.
Yeah. Summer Giants, man. Yeah, and then we're always due for 1 or 2 bucks to move in that haven't showed up yet. Like
Yeah,
Lucky hasn't showed up yet, so we'll see.
You never know. Then you got Stranger Danger.
Stranger
Danger.
I'm
come
never
rolling
mad.
through.
Never mad at that. But we'll see. But all right. So, Jacob, what's your number one tip for somebody that's still got a buck tag in their pocket for coming up this upcoming weeks? What do you think the key to success is going to be?
Probably move to scrapes a little bit if you can, if you have any around you. Or near stands, maybe move a stand if possible within the time before the rut really kicks in harder.
Yeah, I
And
like it.
hunt when it's a bit more wet out than it is completely dry.
That's it. 3-pointers. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Spend some more time in the tree stand. Don't get out early like me.
Yep, keep your butt planted in place. That's a good one. Absolutely. I think that's a good tip.
Not bad. Done
I'm
good.
game with it.
Done good.
I'm game with it.
Looks like
Food?
he's on the right path.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dad's got him set.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I work hard, so they get to have all the fun, man.
Yep.
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 I work 6 days a week, and they get to spend all the time in the field. But that's what it's for. That's why we bought the property.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah. So, Bo says it's so nice to see a young hunter so excited about hunting. I haven't seen this kind of enthusiasm in a long time. It's like a breath of fresh air. I'm glad to see we might have some up and coming hunters in the making. Good luck out there.
Yeah, no,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Bo. Yeah, he shot his first tom this year. He shot a banded goose this year,
Mm-hmm.
and now this, and he's had a heck of a few months, and he did the youth duck hunt and shot 4 ducks a few weeks ago as well. So he's had a banger of the last 6 months, to be honest with you.
Sounds
Yeah,
like an expensive tax
a little jealous. Yeah, I know, right? Like,
Oh yeah. No, that's
So
awesome.
now I'm jealous.
yeah. We live in the right area to do this. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Oh yeah, New York's great for everything.
yeah, no, absolutely. You can go perch fishing on the weekend. It's 75 degrees too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go shoot deer later. It's like
There's always something to do.
yeah, no, it's beautiful.
We got
Yep.
a pond out in our woods. Go out there catching bass sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, you guys got a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, coming up on the gun season. That's I like to hang out with people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's
That deer
I
camp.
don't think we
kinda-
ever really shoot deer opening day. You know,
Mhm.
it's just it's about hanging out and having fun. This
It's
is
not
fun.
ritual.
You know.
Yeah.
We never killed an opening day of gun season.
Yeah,
ever.
you're right.
I'm
yeah.
gonna break
Ever
it this
since we've
year.
been
I'm gonna break
hanging
it
out
this
at the
year.
camp. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll break it this year.
Yeah. No, I've shot a couple on opening day.
That is kind of something that's like I feel like it's slowly getting lost with the hunting, is the camaraderie part of it. It seems to be so solitary,
Mhm.
especially bow hunting. Opening weekend, opening day. I remember when I first started, it was always everybody getting together,
Right.
showing up at Grandpa's for breakfast,
Drinking coffee.
drinking coffee, and then afterwards, the beer and the cards come out.
Yeah,
and
you're eating all day. And
they're eating all day.
hopefully you
and-
can wake up
Yeah.
from a nap to go
Yeah,
back out in the afternoon.
I mean, even the night before deer season was like a party.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and
absolutely.
it just doesn't seem to be.
We've never been gung ho about shooting a deer on opening day. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you guys bringing?
Yeah, we're partying. We're
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah.
We're partying.
Yeah.
That's how it was when I first started. But it seems to be a little different nowadays
Mhm.
than it was then. But
Yeah, I like getting together at the skin and shed and stuff like that.
skinning sheds all piled full of crap.
I know. That's what you said.
When I first put it in, I did breakfast for everybody.
You did. A couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's tough though, because everyone wants to pop in. They want to get right back out.
yeah.
I don't know.
But I like
It
it.
is a tough time, and I guess in our age group, I mean, he's got a what is she?
8 months.
8 months
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
I got a 2-year-old. Our other friends are all anywhere in that range, if not a little older. It's like
1, 2,
Everybody's-
3 of them. Yep.
maybe when they get a little older, maybe.
I don't know.
Never-
After that, my other one, he can sleep in and hunt, and he drives himself to school now.
Yep.
You guys have you ever have venison jerky?
I got a whole
Love it.
batch starting right now in the
Yeah.
garage fridge that's marinating overnight. No, going dehydrated tomorrow.
Nice. We're just looking for some recipes. Actually, we're gonna make some here soon.
Yep. I've used the Con Jaeger seasoning. I like that a lot, and I like the what's the other one? You can get them right from Runnings there.
Lambs.
Yeah, the Lems. I think it's Lems.
You guys do muscle meat, or you grind it and do the sticks?
No, I'm gonna do muscle meat this time. Yeah, I've done the ground with the sticks, and
Mhm.
it's never the same. So I actually bought a meat slicer. So we're
Mhm.
gonna make sure it's
Yeah, nice.
semi-frozen and
Yep.
some nice slices. We're gonna lay them out that way.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of the Con Jaeger, honestly.
Yeah, Con Jaeger's good stuff.
Yeah, it's
I've
like a
heard that.
Love
marinade.
to try it.
It's like a
Love to try it.
powder.
Yep.
You get it right on Amazon.
Yeah, and you make it
I'm a
like
big fan of the
almost
Con
like
Jaeger.
a soup with it, and you pour it over and you work it into it, and you let
Let
it
it soak.
let it sit and cure
What does it
overnight.
say? They recommend like 12 hours.
Yeah, but I like 24 to 48. I think that's
Not gonna hurt it.
that makes a huge difference. I think with your jerky is
Absolutely.
letting it marinate, and rather than just spinning it all together and poking it through a jerky gun, letting it sit. Actually sit in a little bit of a mixture for a while. I think it lets that salt work into it a little bit better, and that seasoning work into it a little bit better. So yeah, me and Nora got that all mixed
I
in
like
this morning.
Samantha's idea.
Yeah, she's got a plan.
Yeah, I read that.
Samantha looks like opening days at your house.
Let him hunt. Let him hunt.
Go get some deers. You got it.
Hell yeah. I like that idea.
Bo says, "Gotta go, guys. Bo's gotta go get his beauty sleep."
He's getting up early in the
He's
morning.
going to take
Yep.
his temperature. Actually, he
Yep.
feels a little fever coming on.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Bo.
Go
Good
get him,
luck.
Bo. Good luck.
Yep, first light tomorrow, 7:05. It's before the time change too. That's what I like about late October versus November.
Yeah,
First light.
The hour
is that
change is
legal
rough.
shooting?
That's legal shooting night. Yep.
So
Yep. 7:05 tomorrow.
Sunrise 7:35.
You got it. Yep.
It's always a half hour before.
Which is
Yep.
great. That was a great change. Probably my favorite change, actually.
If
Yeah.
you're an idiot,
The
you
half
don't
hour
know
before and
time,
half hour after.
40.
It was never like that.
Nope, it was never like
Sun
that.
up, sun down until it's only been a few years.
Yeah, I think it was the same
It
year.
definitely did a hurting on the bigger bucks.
Yep.
I think.
Well, you
No,
killed yours that last light during the holiday hunt that one year.
I was
Was it-
down to the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
crunch time. See, you
I was actually walking out and I turned around and I was like, why are the ears on that? Because it was a cut cornfield and there was like a couple stalks still standing. And I'm like, why are the.
Ears on the corn.
He
all-
was standing perfectly dead center of that one corn stalk. I'm like, that looks weird. I'm like, why are the not the ears, but the leaves, they droop
Yeah.
down and like curve. It's like, why are those ones going up? It looks a little funny. So I get down on one knee and I get my muzzle loader up and looking through the scope. And all of a sudden I see the thing, the corn leaves go, then down. And I was like, oh. And I look at it, pull my phone out. I look at it. I'm like, oh, shit, I got like fucking 6 minutes. And he's like, I don't know, what was he, 130?
something like that.
Oh, 30 with a muzzle loader isn't that bad, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
especially in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
it was tough. I kind of got lucky with that deer with the shot. Ended up hitting him actually back, like above the stomach, but I hit that artery high. It was,
Yeah, and
and
that
he only
back
ended
leg.
up going like 60 yards, but yeah,
Yep.
I ended up hitting that artery up on the spine, and he didn't go far. But
Yep. Yeah, we got that.
yeah, that was an
that
interesting.
video's on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can watch that.
Yeah.
The recovery,
Yeah.
the recovery, not the shot. But
Yeah.
The recovery. How big was he?
as long as you don't mind a lot of swearing and excitement.
That's what it's all about.
Look at my video.
Well, we'd almost given up. We've
I
been looking for that deer.
got
For,
him.
we've been looking for that deer for 40 minutes
He
before
went-
we found
I
blood
think he scored 126.
Yeah. on a 1-day permission.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
kept driving by this half-cut cornfield on my way home from work, and I know my wife knew the owners of it, and her and her dad hunted there in the past, and finally I was just like, hey, go ask so and so if you mind like messaging them, see if I can go out there for a day. Bring a buddy, maybe.
Just the muzzle
And
loader.
she's like,
Only way to get permission is to ask.
yeah, I
Right?
can message. So she messaged him. She goes, yeah. He goes, have at it.
Yeah, everybody's done gun hunting it for the year.
Yeah, right. Especially
I
at
ain't
that
going
point.
hunting out
You
there.
were the only one crazy enough to
Yeah,
go
all
out there.
right. And it was a nice evening. It was nice and cold. I think we had a
Dude,
little
I
snow.
saw a dozen deer.
You saw like 12 doe.
Yep.
I put what you sat in the front field. I went to the back one.
I've never hunted the holiday hunt. to be honest with you. Usually
Yeah,
tucked in
Is that
and
Christmas?
cozy by then.
Yeah, that's
the
the late
Christmas
muzzleloader
and
one.
New Year's. Yeah.
If both my buck tags were filled, I probably wouldn't hunt it.
Yeah.
But if I still had a buck tag, I'm hunting it.
100%. Especially if
You
you
left
got
around
food.
the woods
If you
anyway.
got if you got food, man.
Yeah.
Well, and
I got plenty of food this year. Maybe it'll be
Mhm.
my year to do that. You know.
I work with a union, so we get for a union, so we get all the holidays and shit.
Yeah, you
You
get
do
some
a little
extra
extra
time
time
off.
on the holidays.
Take advantage.
Yep. My wife says hunting widows unite.
It's only like 3 months, and then 3 months before. And
Well, and I don't hit it as hard as I used to, dude. I used to be in the woods
Yeah.
every day, mornings, nights. You know, like this is my first morning sit, but it used to be, I don't know, 6-8 years ago when me and my wife first met and stuff. You know, closer to that, I used to go out all the time. Like there wasn't if I wasn't in the woods, it was weird.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm more watching the fronts, and you know that's led to increased
So I
success.
almost found out later, because I used to be saying I found out later that like less is more. Like actually like
Picking,
planning your
you know,
hunt like tomorrow morning or this evening when that front was like blown in. Unless you have something, it sounds like you guys had a lot of pictures and
scouting
intel scouting on some bucks. I mean, you go out there and make a move on them. But if you don't really have much of that, and you're just getting like nighttime pictures of these deer, I mean, just kind of found more success in hunting the weathering patterns and just kind of picking and choosing my days to go hunting instead of hunting every day.
Liza tuning in says Nate's wife can gut a deer faster than him. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Really?
got little
Seen it.
raccoon hands.
I've seen
Oh
it.
yeah, she gets in there. We actually raced because I shot 2 doe
Mm-hmm.
one
Funky,
night.
dude.
And
Beat
she beat me probably by like a minute and a half. Solid.
Yep.
She pushed you all the way, took over on yours.
I think
Finish it up for him?
she was
He was
thinking
getting
about
ready
it
to.
because her dad and I think Ben was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's pretty good at it. Well, yeah, and she even finds time to like dissect it, like go through it and like autopsy the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go
Shot
through the
placement,
heart
everything,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Ah, yeah. I mean, I look at the lungs and the heart and whatever else.
Yeah, I do.
See how stuff
I like to look
performed.
at it.
See how that performed and stuff.
Yeah, she goes through the whole thing.
Yeah, ironically, the round that he shot on this deer did not
flattened out
didn't exit.
completely.
Yeah. Yep, never went through. So it hit and expanded, and it's what it should have done.
Yeah, I've got a couple. Pretty much all the bucks I shot was slugs. I found the slug
At
on the far
190,
side.
I mean, it probably
Yeah.
190's out
Yeah.
there.
We got a single shot. I'm gonna go out there and shoot a
He's
deer with it.
determined to shoot a deer with this thing.
Yeah.
Single
Yeah,
shot.
Old-
Yeah, there's
old
a
single
couple.
shot 12 gauge.
There's a couple.
The beat on the end, you know.
Couple guns that I'd like to shoot some deer with. Obviously, I'd like to kill another couple with my handgun. That was cool.
I got a 45-70 I'd like to whack one with. I'm curious.
That
Just run on
that
that.
that 30
45-70 is a big bullet.
that 30-40 Craig that I got is pretty cool. I'd like to kill one with that.
45-70, take down moose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But muzzleloader, I'd like to kill a buck with my muzzleloader. I haven't done that yet either.
We've never shot it
I've
before.
never shot it with mine. You don't really get it out.
Yeah.
You stop shooting at deer with your crossbow now. We just use
I
your
gotta say
crossbow
that.
because you can't hit a deer with your
I don't
crossbow.
even use it. Yeah.
My muzzleloader, my CBA, is probably one of my favorite guns to shoot. Most comfortable, smooth.
I do love that. I do love that
That is
gun.
I just bought a brand new one last
That
year.
Optima
And I
V2.
still, I think that's what I bought. The camo
love that
stainless.
gun.
It's still in the. I haven't even. I really took it out and looked at it. I still haven't
Mhm.
fired it.
The 7mm is so smooth. I would have just adjusted to it.
Yeah.
So any other gun, I feel like it has no kick, but I feel like that gun has no kick now. I'm adjusted to it.
You got to be comfortable with it. And the adrenaline, you're not going to feel that.
Yeah.
Well, I was out shooting target the other day.
Yeah,
but
before I know that was a good thing.
before
It was a good thing to do. He practiced the 200 yards the day before, so
That's another thing that we don't hear from folks at all, dude.
No, it was the day
kids
of.
practicing.
Or day of. Oh, yeah, I take
was
that
the
back.
day
That was
of.
the morning of.
Yep.
But yeah, he did.
Checking
he,
it
he,
in
he
again.
had the target out to 200. Yep. And,
That's good.
He had him within 4 or 5 inches. He said, "Is this good?" I said, "If you're 4 or 5 inches from the center of that thing, you're fine on a deer. There's no problems."
Yep.
So.
Absolutely. But yeah. Well, hit it right about on the dot. We're about hour 9 in. Usually shoot for around an hour, so I think that's a good place to wrap it up. But thank you guys for coming on, and heck of a buck. Congratulations
Thanks for
again.
Thanks for having
That's
us.
awesome.
Yep.
Get some rest and hit the stands tomorrow for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So
Maybe we'll have our own story.
next week.
Well,
we'll
this
see.
weekend.
Yep.
I haven't gotten a bow deer yet. We'll probably go get a big buck.
Go shoot yourself one with the bow and come back on the show again
Hit it
because you
hard.
look like you had a good time.
Yeah.
Come back down again
Come
and
back
tell
with
the bow
both
story.
racks.
There you go.
Yep.
Well,
tell
you
Bo.
know,
This
you
is how
and
you
Bo,
do it.
you and Bo
Yeah, well, we're
are,
gonna invite Bo
are
out.
feeling a little under the weather right now.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yep. Got it. But yeah, so thanks everyone for tuning in. If you like the videos, please let us know in the comments down below. And if you don't like it, tell us too. Whatever. We'll just keep doing it because we have fun doing
Hey, you tell me you don't like it, I'm blocking.
it.
You're done.
Yeah, and we do still have, I don't know, about a
Negative
dozen
feedback is good.
constructive
We know what
criticism.
Yes, constructive criticism is good.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
But, we got about a dozen hats left, and we're going to give away a blind to somebody for the hats so I can get that out of my basement. So that's a new development to try to get these hats sold by gun season.
What we got left?
I think a dozen, I think.
Dozen?
Yeah.
I think Jacob's gonna grab one.
Yeah, we'll buy one for him and the brother, right? There goes two.
Yep.
There you
There we go.
Chance to win a
You guys are
blind.
losing.
What is the blind? What kind of blind is it again?
It's a hub style pop up. I can't remember the brand of it right off. It's I think it's a 3-person one. Mossy old camo.
Samantha, you want a hat for yourself? Because I already got Caleb's hat. If you want one for Caleb, he's already taken care of.
Yeah, just get a hold of me or Nate.
I just got to drop it off to him.
Yeah, just get a hold of me or Nate. We can hook anybody up with them. You got it. My wife says, "Give me a hat." Everybody just wants a hat now.
Oh, she says, give him a hat.
Give him a hat. All right, dear. Yes, dear. All right.
Or you're sleeping in the basement.
Might. That's why there's so many couches down here. If you couldn't tell. But
Yeah, I
alrighty.
figured same.
yeah.
Yeah, Caleb's all set. I just got to get it to him.
So, all right, guys. Good luck the rest of the year when you get out, and hopefully you guys can smack one on upcoming front and have you guys back on and tell more stories.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh.
Hell
right.
yeah.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time. 100 Proof Whitetails. Be safe. Shoot straight.